Welcome back, Portugal Junkies.
Hello, and good morning.
Good morning.
Hey. So, today, what are we talking about? Guess what we're talking about? You know what we're talking about. We are going to talk about the fact that, I think we've mentioned it briefly, we succumbed and we bought a car.
We have an announcement.
We're having
a Peugeot.
Yeah. It's a pug.
It's a Peugeot.
We gave birth to a pug. Okay, so...
Oh, we should totally do a clip for the podcast, like, promos that make them think we're having a baby and it's a car.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, so see how the creativity just comes out when we just...
Yeah, make a note of that, because you'll forget about it.
We will. Okay, we're having a... Okay,
Peugeot.
Yes. Okay, so he says Peugeot, but I say Peugeot. What's right?
Peugeot, pug.
Which is it?
You'll have to ask a French person that.
Well, you should know better than me. I never even heard of a Peugeot before we got one.
I have always, mostly said Peugeot.
Okay. Well, then we'll just have to agree to disagree on how you say it, because I say Peugeot sounds weird. Peugeot. Okay, anyway, we got a car.
We got one. Yes. So, if you remember back to episode 1 of We Don't Need a Damn Car.
Now, granted, that was 2 years
very
ago.
True. That was like 2 and a bit years ago.
Give us some credit.
And that was very true at the time.
We literally made our podcast about the fact that we weren't
ever going to have a car. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, that's a little dramatic.
Yeah. But anyway.
Kind of.
So, let's sort of recap it.
Yeah, let's recap it.
Let's go back to when we first arrived here.
Okay.
2 and a bit years ago, 2.5 years ago, or more now.
Porto.
In Porto, anybody that's visited, researched, looked, all the rest of it, it's full of small windy roads and lots of buildings.
Not the easiest
lots
to drive
of people. Not the easiest place to drive. It's not particularly difficult.
We have.
But we've hired cars. But one of the biggest problems is if you live in Porto, unless you have a garage or a dedicated parking spot in some community or other, it's a bit of a dance. You may be parking five streets down. Yeah. Because that's the only spot available. So for us, one of the reasons we didn't get a car is, number one, we didn't want one. We were trying to choose we
live carless.
We picked Porto because of its massive infrastructure with travel and accessibility. It didn't require us to have a car. It fit right into our goal of not having a car.
Because we had the metro and the train.
Yeah.
And talk about a train. I mean, like a proper train station where trains are going in and out of there all day long.
Yeah, and there were 2 of them.
And the metro was the same way. Gosh, I feel like you could show up at any metro station and be on it within 5 or 10 minutes going somewhere.
Yeah, so, it was just the best.
So we didn't need one in Porto.
Right.
So our intentions were correct. And
at the time, they were absolutely on point, and they've stuck with us for this.
Yeah.
How long have we had it now? 2 months? Something like that?
What? The car?
The car.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2 months.
3.
Probably. But up until, again, even in Porto and moving to Tavira, we were still, okay, one of the reasons behind when we moved was we needed to pick a space or a place that had good infrastructure again. Now, granted, it's not as developed.
No, we have one little train station here, but hey.
In the Algarve.
And there is no metro.
Line. Right. And there's one train line that runs, and does the job, does what it needs to do. And
it's a cute little blue train that comes through.
For the first while, it suited us down to the ground.
It did.
You can take the dog on there. It's extremely economic to go from here to Faro. I think it's like 3 and a bit euros. Yeah, which is ridiculous. But after a while, we were renting cars more and more often because we wanted to explore. We wanted to see more of the region, more of the country. The fact that we were in Tavira, the nearest Costco was in Sevilla. It was like an hour and 45 minutes away. So
you ruined my exciting thing to say. I love going to Costco. It's the American in me. I can't help it. Don't judge me.
Sorry, I was bigging it up so that you could just could bomb in there.
I think the truth of it.
The bells are tolling for me now.
The bells are saying, you got a car. I think that, our needs changed as we changed and as our location changed, and I think that's what it comes down to. I think we did very well to be basically almost 2.5 years without a vehicle.
Absolutely.
And it's lovely. However, it's also lovely to have your freedom back
Independence.
and being spontaneous and
It's like
saying,
when you first passed your test, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I've got a car. I can go and do something.
I can go do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Or we can say, hey, like, let's go for breakfast somewhere not in town.
Right.
Let's go to Santa Lucia or Fuzetta or whatever. And it's just
Or Costco.
really nice. Or Costco.
Get a hot dog.
So I think for us, the conversation that I remember having that really set us on a path of, okay, let's start looking for a vehicle. It was the whole travel conversation. And we realized that we had been in the Algarve, in Tavira, for over a year. And yet we still didn't know the Algarve as well as we had hoped.
Right.
And we asked each other, like, why do you think that is? And it's like, because...
Accessibility, spontaneousness.
Right. It's like when you have the desire and you wake up one day and you want to go explore, what are you going to do? Call an Uber and say, hey, can you just drive me around the Algarve for like a little while? Like, no, it's point to point, right? So that was what it was for us. And I think when it comes to things like that and we start to realize that our travel capabilities are being hindered, we usually do something about it.
Yeah, because it's a lot of, again, no surprise here, but a lot of everything that we do is travel, food, drink.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God, it sounds like a perfect life.
I mean, you don't have to have it in that order. It can be in any three.
Sure.
So long as the... Yeah, it can be in any three.
Okay, it can be anything.
Okay.
Perfect.
I was going to say something else, but I won't.
So that's how we got there. And I'm very happy with that decision now
absolutely.
that we have the car. So let's talk about what we considered when we decided we wanted to buy a car. Like,
Yep.
what does that look like? What was our first thought? Because we were renting little cars. We were renting
I think
Fiat Panda.
I think the best one that we had was a Fiat 500, and I was driving that, and I had my head more or less sticking out.
Because
the
I would be fine tootling around in a Fiat 500, and in fact, I was really tempted that maybe that would be our car. But as soon as we rented one, and Mark literally was like head up against the roof of the vehicle trying to drive, I was like, "This is never going to work."
Now we did actually hire that purposefully
to see,
and took it to Lisbon and back.
Oh my God, yeah, no.
Which. No.
You learn really fast what
It's
you
a good
need and what you
car.
don't need.
For me.
His height is just, it's hard. Like we considered a small, because in my head I was like, if we're getting a car, then we are getting something that is smart. It doesn't have to be huge. Like I was bucking everything that I think the opposite of what you find in the States, where it's like, give me the biggest car you've got, right? And if you can afford it, right? Well, that's a whole nother story too. But my point is that I wanted to feel like I was making a European choice if I could. And again, reality hits and you're like, okay, in order to really choose those kinds of things, you'd have to get a small car that he'd be uncomfortable in. You'd also we had this big debate over whether we should get an automatic or manual. If I needed to get us out in an emergency, I can drive a manual. Okay? It is not my comfort zone.
I'm just staying quiet.
It's not my comfort zone. And I wish that I had that skill and I was more comfortable with it. And I did when I was 16, when I was 16, yeah. My best friend had a manual vehicle. So I learned it. It's kind of like language. Like if I haven't been doing it in a while.
Your memory goes, memory goes.
My muscle memory was not. So we did rent some manuals and I tried in the parking lot in multiple places and probably scared him to death because he was scared for he's scared for his safety, but he's also a control freak. So can you imagine?
I mean, this was in a car park, like the size of a football pitch with no other cars in it.
Shut up. I still not comfortable. So, and we knew, we found out that the budget that we ideally thought we were going to spend was, of course, different.
So the reality.
Because I'm expensive. I needed an automatic.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to worry or it be an impediment to me getting in the car and go. That's the whole point of paying for a car,
Right.
So we ended up going with an automatic, and we did not get a small vehicle.
Well, it's still a small car. I mean, again.
Yeah, it's a small SUV.
You've got to just remember that if you're going to go to some of the smaller towns, smaller villages, those alleyways that you're going to get sent the wrong way down because GPS is so buggered up, you're going to need to like breathe in.
Right.
So having the size of car that we've got, which is a Peugeot 2008, it's a nice mini SUV.
Yeah, I'd say it's like the size of a Ford Escape or something like that.
Yeah, maybe like, just a little smaller than an Escape, but not much. Not much. But it works really well. We've never had an issue
I have loved the car itself. We had to think about like when we're traveling, if we've got the beast in the back.
The beast of
do we have enough room for our suitcases if you don't have a bigger vehicle? You know what I mean? So we were trying to be responsible about that too, because knowing that was the reason why we really had ultimately decided to buy a car, then, you know, we wanted to make sure it's functional for us too. And it is. So we're not ready to really talk about a Peugeot and like how you should buy a Peugeot, but we wanted to talk to you about like our decision making about buying the car.
Right.
And then what it actually looked like when we actually bought the car.
When we did it.
Here's the thing. Most people I know would move abroad tomorrow if someone put those steps in front of them and helped them execute it. That's exactly what I do now with She Thrives Abroad as a Move Abroad coach. Our coaching program helps you decide where is best for you to move based on your biggest priorities, and then we create a clear roadmap that is customized specifically for you, your family, and your situation. We also offer something that is so cool and so important here, and that's the job search. We've doubled down on our career resources to help clients find that job that will help them get moved or help them develop other income strategies to help them move abroad. So, if you want to move abroad within the next 9 to 12 months and have been considering Portugal, Spain, or the Netherlands, send me a DM on our Instagram at Portugal Junkies or email me at portugaljunkies@gmail.com.
If you haven't traveled in beautiful Portugal yet, what are you waiting for? You are missing out big time. Iconic beaches, delicious wine, centuries of history, and honestly, some of the most beautiful people that you will ever meet. Why do you think we moved here? So, when you're ready, we are ready to help you plan the most perfect customized Portugal itinerary just for you, and more importantly, how you like to travel. Family trip with the kiddos, lazy girl travel, history buffs, foodies, combinations of all of those, we got you. After exploring Portugal since 2022 and then immigrating here, we're really excited to build travel plans for you that help you see this gorgeous, special place by understanding the way that you like to travel. Book a free call with us right now on our Stan store at stan.store/PortugalJunkies, and we'll talk through your ideal trip and start planning your customized Portugal itinerary. You'll even get your final itinerary on an app to use during your trip for easy access right on your phone while you're here. Remember, adventure is a verb, y'all. We're excited to help you plan yours.
So what were your observations about the process of actually buying a car?
I think, again, it's like anything, isn't it? Any big purchase, it's just do the research. Is that what you mean?
No, I'm saying like of the whole process. Like I feel like, number one, it's nothing like buying a car in the U.S.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad.
Nothing.
No.
Like I used to bitch about like every time I would either buy or trade a car, how ridiculous the process was. Yeah, because you'd speak
to somebody that sounded like they were able to make a decision, but they had to then go and take it to the floor manager. And the floor manager had to take it to the second floor manager.
You sound American.
It's just like, Jesus Christ, you know.
Or the online situation where you're like at home negotiating what you're doing, right? Blah, 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 and then you think, okay, well, everything is set. I just show up tomorrow. They'll have the car ready for me and sign the... No, it's still a whole nother half day in the freaking dealership.
Yeah.
It's a problem. But anyway, one of my least favorite things to do in the U.S. was buy a car.
Yeah.
And here, None of that.
Yeah.
Now,
Go on.
there's a big difference. You can walk up into a dealership and usually walk out with a car that day.
In the States.
It might be a whole day in the States.
Yeah.
But you'd walk out that day because also they are looking at you like a commodity, right? They're like, don't let that person leave
Right.
without actually having sold a car to them.
Yep.
I get that, whatever.
Yep.
I don't necessarily agree. Here, you are not likely to show up to a dealership and have a car that day.
Right.
It's just not
Certainly
the way
wasn't our
things work.
experience.
Yeah, and neither with our
and
friends.
Not for our friends either.
Yes.
So
So we kind of came to realize that that's just not typical here. I'm sure some dealerships would figure out how to do that, but it's not typically the way that it would work.
right.
So we did research online
Yep.
and we looked for a number of cars, and then
Whittled it down.
we kind of got to the point where we were like, we're thinking that we want the Peugeot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think both of us were comparing other models to
Yeah.
the Peugeot. And then when we test drove one, it was great.
Yep. I really enjoy it. It's really nice. I mean, it's a diesel. It's automatic. It's fantastic with mileage.
750 roughly.
At the moment, yeah, I think it's
a tank.
Yeah, and a tank is what 44
Miles.
Yeah, kilometers.
Yeah, because that would be about 500, roughly 500 miles, which is
Give or take.
huge. And for me, having a diesel, I was like, is this strange or not? Like,
Just
I
have
don't.
to remember that when you pull up to the garage.
Yeah, please, Lord, don't let me be the person who puts gasoline in the diesel engine.
Just don't start it if you do that.
Right.
For God's sake.
But
anyway,
that was something that I wasn't used to and that we went with. But he told us, the guy at the dealership, who we love, by the way,
yeah, it's very good.
was basically like, you will enjoy having a diesel because it will get you the best mileage and the engine will last you a very long time. And that was our point. It's like, if this is going to be the car that lasts us for like 20 years,
Right.
perfect.
Let's make sure it's the right one.
Yeah.
And even to the point where, you walk up to the dealership, or you texted them and said, hey, look, we like this particular car that you're showing, and all the rest of it. Can we come and see it? Day or 2 days later, or whatever it was, went up there. And there'd been some sort of confusion, but that one that you were talking to him about had gone, hadn't it?
Right, and it was the bigger one.
Yeah.
It was
a 3008 and a 5008. I think both of those had got. The 5 was too big
So
for
he
us
was
anyway.
like, show it. You need to look at this size.
However, I've got this one over here.
Yeah.
2008.
And he was like, that other one is like a
It's like a proper
family van, you
Yeah.
know, type of thing. Do y'all need that? And we're like, no, we
No.
don't. So he was right in that. And I was thankful because, I mean, it's just meant to be.
Yeah.
Like, that was our car.
I will say that as well, having spent some time in English car dealerships and the States as well, I had no real expectation of, no real idea of what to expect from a car dealer.
Yeah.
You know, so walking in there and having smiles and all the rest of it is one thing, but I was particularly impressed with the fact that he was addressing you as much as me. And I think that for a country that is systemic in
some areas can be very patriarchal.
More male.
Yes.
Like, okay, there's both of you here, but I'm really going to
talk to the guy.
Especially if it's about a car or if it's about a trade. Or it's like
he wasn't assumptive.
He was absolutely not. And I warmed massively to that.
Yeah.
And that did, it left a taste in my mouth that is a really good one.
I love you for caring that much about those things. I really
do. It's important.
I know, but for that to be the thing that really like wins you over for somebody makes me feel like
sure.
I mean, I know you have my back, but like in a way that's like, oh yeah, let's do business with the person that recognizes that my wife
is part of this
is
decision.
Smart and like
absolutely.
she's not ignorant to what's happening, and it's like I really appreciate that. But and there's not many times when I felt that way here. I mean, once in a while. I think my friend Kara has experienced more negatively than I have, but like I think it's certain, not industries, but I guess maybe the word is right, industries. Like sometimes in the medical situation, you don't have as much access to female practitioners and things like that. So I would think that at a dealership, you might assume that you're going to get that same shit, but you would do that. And in the U.S., this is why I hated going all the time, because I felt like I had to like have my armor on because you're right.
Your defense is up.
And as a single girl, for every time I bought a car, except when we bought a car, it was like, okay, here we go. Yeah. Like, call Dad first, see what I should say, right. And then be prepared that they're probably going to try to treat you poorly or act like you don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, I appreciate that. And I did feel that way. I felt like he absolutely was asking me questions about what I thought, what I needed, what I thought we needed, like all the things. So it felt like a very positive interaction for sure.
Definitely. And took the car out, had a drive of it, brought it back, loved it, thumbs up. And one of the things I think a lot of people will look at is, okay, if I'm buying a car, that sticker price is not the real price. That's not the price I'm going to pay. I'm going to barter. I'm going to knock it down a bit and all the rest of it.
Not really it happens here.
It doesn't really happen as much as you might think.
There's not a lot of haggling.
And certainly it doesn't appear to be the case on cars, especially for everything I read doing the research. People were saying, you're not really going to beat anybody down because honestly, they're not really going to mind. Number one, they're not going to mind if they sell it or they don't.
Because of the inventory.
Because of the inventory.
Yeah.
So, if you're not going to buy it, the next person along will. The other side of it was that they're priced pretty fairly. I mean,
based on our research.
They're still very expensive compared to if you bought this particular car in England, for instance. I think it would be a few grand less. I also think that if you bought it up in Porto, Lisbon, up in the north, you're going to get more options.
Yes.
And probably a little bit cheaper, maybe 15, 2 grand, something like that. But then you've got to go up there, you've got to negotiate, you've got to
Not
test
in one day either.
And you won't get it in the same day, so then you've got to come back, and then you've got to organise collecting it, and then there's some delay, and blah, blah, or whatever. So
we paid a little bit for convenience.
On the basis that we wanted the convenience, we know that we paid a little bit extra, but they brought the price down to the original car that we looked at price.
Right.
Because this one was more than the one that we were looking at. Yeah. But he bought it down. It was like 1,900 euros or something.
Yeah. 19,000.
No, he bought it down.
Oh, I thought you were saying
He bought it down 19 grand, I think.
No, I thought that you were saying that never mind.
Okay. No. So we got a reduction without even asking for it.
Right.
Because
it was.
He was a very genuine sales guy.
Yeah, I felt like he wasn't haggling us.
No, he wasn't trying to get
there was no haggling.
No.
Which I find refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it was a good choice. I'm personally very, very pleased that we got it.
Me too.
Needs a wash.
Side note, if you're interested in how much our insurance is for this vehicle, it's roughly 650 maybe euros a year, which is, maybe 710, something like that, dollars a year. Full coverage. It's a 2019? What year is our car? Anyway, it's a relatively new car, so we have full coverage on it. But I found that really interesting too, because I am pretty sure that is at least half of what we would pay in the States for a similar vehicle.
Right.
Similar age, similar value type of thing. And here they have insurance brokers just like they do there, where it's like, one, you can call an agency and they will look in multiple places for you based on what you need.
That's what we did, isn't it? We got hold of Jed and he who looks after our health stuff.
Yep, health and auto
can
now.
You look at the auto? And he's like, yeah, of course, no problem. And I think, again, you find people in different environments, in different industries, and if you can utilize them with multiple things, and you create that familiarity, then if you need something desperately, it's like, oh shit, I need this bit of documentation, I don't have it on me, blah. You're going to get it.
Yeah.
So, and again, just a side note of saying, having trusted people on your side is absolutely key.
I'll try to remember to tag Jed here as well. Jed Heaney Insurance.
Yep, absolutely. Cracking guy.
So yes, we're very happy to announce that we're having a
Peugeot.
Maybe that's the clip right there. All right, guys. Thanks for listening in. We really appreciate you guys and your support and tuning in and tagging us and subscribing and sharing us with other people.
Actually, what I'm going to do, if you're interested, is I'm going to get the car washed in the next couple of days, take some photos, and we'll put it on TikTok. And
Let's just do it.
Here's our new... And then sort of
Peugeot
like carousel
girl.
over
It
or
is
whatever.
a girl, in my opinion.
It is. Yeah, all cars are girls.
Oh!
Yeah. Well, I've always grown up with all cars are girls.
Oh my God, this is why I married him. All right, see you next time, you guys.
Alrighty.
Cheers, y'all.
Bye-bye.
For more content about our move, the visa process, Portuguese culture and destinations, and tons of support resources for your own decisions and potential move abroad, follow us at Substack, TikTok, and Instagram at Portugal Junkies.
Stay in touch and help us reach more people by subscribing here and following us there.
Cheers, y'all!